All right. We'll go ahead and get started with Caleb Turner. Go ahead and ask Kale anything you need to.
Congrats on your first goal.
Thank you.
First goal in Utah.
Yeah,
How did it feel?
it was great. I mean, I just feel like we've been working so hard. So we work on set pieces a lot, and so it's nice to connect and score on it. Whether it's me, whether it's Mina, I don't care. I was just happy to see it in the back of the net.
And then you guys got the shutout tonight, too.
Yeah.
Would you say this is probably the most complete game this team has played this season?
I do. I think that it was a game that each week we have a different theme kind of going into training and something different that we're working on. And I felt like this game showed every single week that's led up to it. So I do think it was the most complete game. A shutout is huge. We know that if we get a shutout, we'll at least get a point. And then we've been working on the attacking third the past few weeks, and to see more goals is always great.
This team is not afraid of physicality. I think you guys have been near the top of the league in fouls and cards throughout the season. How do you guys balance that, being aggressive while also trying to have that discipline too?
Yeah, I think it's part of game management, right? Whether you're up, whether you're down, it might be a little different. But I think that it helps a lot in transition too sometimes. So I think that I love that that we have a bite to us, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's part of our aggression, and we want to be front-footed. And if someone gets past us, you bring them down a little bit. It's all part of the game and game management.
Congratulations on the goal,
Thank
the
you.
shutout, the win, all of it.
Thanks.
I noticed in the warm-up that there were a lot of smiles and high fives, and then with your goal, and then with Paige's around the 45th, there were hugs with the sideline, the bench. It just feels like the vibes are high. Where is this team at in terms of how you're feeling about position, in terms of improvement, and where you see the future going with it?
Yeah, I think it's a different type of energy that we have. Like, we're starting to enjoy it again, and it's hard when our first half of season was tough, and when you're not getting results, it's hard to have those like little moments. And we've worked so hard, and we're building on our performances, and I just feel like everyone has that joy back, and those smiles and those high fives, and I think that's huge for us, and it just brings us energy. And I think being back home too was so nice, because we had a long road stretch, so just being back home in front of our own fans was really nice.
You touched on energy. You're busy, I know, but have you ever been able to really soak in Poe's sideline work, her crowd work from the bench? Yeah.
Poe's incredible. She's like our biggest hype woman, like everyone's biggest hype woman.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
So one last question for me. So unbeaten in 5, 3 shutouts in the same. Do you allow yourself a pat on the back? Are you willing to kind of take in the success that you're having against teams like Houston and others, where they've been doing fairly well in this recent run-up in their form? Do you allow yourself a chance to kind of soak it in and pat yourself on the back?
I think acknowledging how far we've come and our growth that we've had, but also not settling. We know that every game there are areas that we can improve in. So obviously I think that our first half was really strong, and our second half I think may have tapered off a little bit. So how can we continue to just attack them in the second half and like really put a game away? So I think that, recognize that we've been doing better, but that we need to continue to keep doing better.
Just to kind of follow up on sort of the vibes during this current run, you mentioned how the emotions have kind of flipped, changed in just a lot of ways since the first half of the season. Tough stretches, tough losses, all that stuff. For you personally, do you feel kind of yourself coming back into a little bit more consistency because you personally were sort of missing a big chunk of that first half of the season and coming back from injury and the injury itself and all that stuff? Do you feel like you're in a totally different place personally?
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to hit stride. It takes a little bit when you've been out for the time that I was out. But I think that my teammates have just done a good job of, like, I felt like it was not seamless, but it was like relatively easier than I've had in past. So, and I think that's just a credit to my teammates and them being organized and us just like working together.
And then if I could just ask you about one of those teammates, what's gotten into Paige?
She's going off. They can't stop her. Yeah, I mean, incredible goals. Like, she's been clutch in past 3 games. So, just a dangerous player, great captain, great person. So,
All right. Thank you, Kale.
thank you guys.
Paige and Jimmy in here shortly.